afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Ignited pregame show. I'm Noah Vogel.
And I'm Micah Newitz.
Today, we'll take a look at a much-anticipated matchup between the Fanshawe Falcons and the Niagara College Knights.
It's the last game of the fall semester, and both teams want to end 2024 with a bang.
It is so tight right now, Micah. Taking a look at the OCAA West standings. NC is currently sitting in first in the West Division with a blistering 7-1 record, with the Humber Hawks breathing down their necks, while Fanshawe is currently sitting in fourth at 5-3 on the season.
The Knights are coming off two big wins last weekend and a dominant win on Wednesday. After beating last year's OCAA champions in the Lambton Lions, as well as a very tough St. Clair team on the road, and then beating Redeemer by 44 points on Wednesday, Noah, they are on fire right now.
They certainly are, Micah. And looking around the league as it's the last weekend of play before the winter break, Mike and I made some picks on some early season awards in the West Division on who we think would win if the season ended today. So first, let's take a look at mine. For my MVP, it's got to be Kaylin Batten. She is currently second in the West in scoring, while also averaging just under 4 assists per game. She also has 3 20-plus point games where she single-handedly led St. Clair to wins. For Defensive Player of the Year, someone who we will see today, Ashlyn Anderson, who currently leads the OCAA in block shots, averaging 2 blocks per game. She also averages more than 1 steal in each game while adding 10-plus rebounds. No question, the best defensive player for me right now. And also for me, that makes it an easy decision for Anderson to be Rookie of the Year. She's incredible on both sides of the floor, and she's only in her first year. And lastly, for Coach of the Year, might be a little bit biased, but I'm going to have to go with Kimball McKenzie, brand new coach, currently has his team first in the West. He's done an incredible job so far.
Those are all very reasonable picks, Noah. But for some, I went in a little bit of a different direction, weighting some stats more heavily than others. First off, my MVP, Kia Watt. She leads the OCAA West in scoring per game with 18.5 points per game. She's also leading her team to a top seed in the conference. Kia Watt has also had some MVP performances. Against Mohawk, she had 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. That's why she has my bid for this midseason award. Defensively, I think we have to give this to Janie Harrison of the Niagara Knights, averaging just under 3 steals a game, tied for most in the West, and almost a block a game, which is good for 4th in the West. She is relentless, which is also helping her team keep their opponents to an on average 48 points per game. For Rookie of the Year, I would have to agree with you on this one. Ashlyn Anderson is also in my top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year, averaging a double-double and leading the league in blocks is extremely impressive, and from the looks of her, can only improve from this hot start. Now, Coach of the Year, this one is a toss-up for me. I do like Kimball McKenzie being a first-time head coach, but the team he took over was also the bronze medalist from last year. I think I'm going to lean towards giving it to a first-year head coach, CJ Nefuente, whose team lost in the quarterfinals and is now a top 2 seed in the West.
Yeah, these are pretty good, Micah. Some similar ideas, but personally, I can't go against Kimball. Now, there's still lots of season left to see if these are even remotely close. So continuing with the game at hand, and speaking of Janie Harrison, you're exactly right. She's a force on the defensive end, and she is a huge matchup tonight against Ashlyn Anderson. But she is doing it on both ends of the court. Harrison is currently 8th in the OCAA in scoring, averaging 14.6 points per game. She has been struggling with her three-point shooting, but she's still a threat from the outside. She's also doing an excellent job this season getting easy points to the line, as she already has more free throw makes this season than she did for the entirety of last season, and we're only halfway through. And defensively, she is second in the OCAA in steals with 23, but probably won't have many tonight against Anderson.
I think Harrison won't have as many steals, and the reason because Anderson doesn't demand the ball. She is very effective with the low usage she does get, and she uses her height and length to her advantage. She is dominant on the glass, where she has just under 4 offensive rebounds per game, and then she can usually put them back up for easy buckets. I think where Anderson struggles is her athleticism and decision-making. If the Knights can put her under pressure situations, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few turnovers going the Niagara Knights' way. Now, Anderson only has 10 turnovers on the season, but when she makes passes, they can lead to turnovers or possessions that can get scrappy.
It's no surprise that tonight will be focused on those two, but for one team to come out on top, someone's going to have to step up.
There is a first-year player on the Knights coming off the bench, Megan Louws, who just had an OCAA career-high 13 points on Wednesday versus Redeemer. Noah, you talked with her prior to today to get her to know her a little better. Let's see how that went.
I'm Noah Vogel. I'm here with Megan Louws from the Women's Knights basketball team. This is 60 Seconds with Let's Go. So, Megan, this is your first year on the team. You did 4 years at Waterloo. You're now doing your post-grad. What's it been like getting back into post-secondary basketball?
It's been awesome just to get on the court again, especially since I haven't played in like 3 years. And it's just been awesome to play with girls that I've played with before.
And how welcoming would you say the Knights team has been for you here in your first year?
I would say everyone's been super welcoming, like all the players, coaches, everyone. And it definitely helps since I've known many of the girls before.
Yeah, so one of those girls you know is also first year, Isabel Sinclair.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your connection with her.
So we're like best friends. We've played ever since grade 3 together till now. And it's awesome just playing with her on the court, and we have a really good connection.
So last question, you've done a lot of good work coming off the bench, bringing a lot of energy. You guys have had such a good start to the season. What's the goal for you in the second half, for you and for the team?
For the team, just getting that gold medal, and for myself, just contributing as much as I can to get that gold medal.
Well, we'll hope to see that gold medal, Megan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. That was 60 Seconds with, and good luck in the season.
Thank you.
Megan Louws is set to play her 9th OCAA game here today. No Vogel alongside Mike Newitz. We're about to take a break. When we come back, analyzing the Knights shot by shot, we welcome a special guest who takes a deeper look into the Knights shooting over the past week, heading into today's matchup.
Niagara College ball.
Niagara College programs immerse students with a highly experiential learning environment enhanced by digital technologies. We place students at the center of all that we do. We are Niagara College.
Welcome back to the Ignited pregame show. I'm Mike Newitz with Noah Vogel, and we are joined by our Ignited basketball analyst, Kyle Matod. Kyle, talk to us about NC right now.
Well, the Knights were on a 3-game road trip, and they played great. Their success on the trip was mainly due to their high percentage shooting on the left wing and left corner threes. They shot around 28%, so that would be the second highest percent in the league, nearly a 12% increase from their 16.8% on the season from behind the arc. The reason for this is because they're getting wide open looks. They aren't rushing their possessions, and they're taking high percentage shots. Now, the Knights love their paint points, and it's no surprise there. But them scoring consistently in the key results in the defense having to drop down more in the coverage to help on the inside, leading to open looks like this. However, it wasn't all great shooting beyond the arc, because on the other side of the court is where the team struggles. They're rushing their shots from here, taking contested shots, and when the Knights shoot contested threes, it's not a recipe for success.
If I was Coach Kimball, this would be great information for my team.
Well, if my broadcasting career doesn't work out, then maybe I'll go into data analytics or modeling. What do you guys think?
I don't know, I could see it.
Yeah, possibly.
Anyways, moving on, the Niagara College Knights enjoy making content of their own. They do it on TikTok and other socials, and they put their head coach to the test to see if he really knows his players' voices. This is what we like to call, Hey Coach. Let's check it out.
Hey, Kimball.
Janie,
Hey, Kimball.
Jam.
Hey, Kimball.
I gotta hear it again.
Gotta say with your
Grip.
chest.
Hey, Kimball.
Lex,
Hey, Kimball.
Emma. Nah, man.
Speak up. Hey, Kimball.
Destiny.
Hey, Kimball.
Meg. Sweetie.
Hey, Kimball.
Asia.
Hey, Kimball.
Come on, man. Aaliyah. 8. Dead easy. Wow, that was weird. Issa?
Hey, Kimbo.
Issa. Who did I mess up?
Hey, Kimbo.
Oh, I'm tweaking.
Hey, Kimbo.
D-Pack. Nah, that was too quiet.
Hey, Kimbo.
Alien.
Got the turnaround.
Wait.
Say Terrence's name. You went super easy.
I don't know if I could do that with my coworkers, and I've been with them for 2.5 years now. Now, people having fun can also be people showing what they're passionate for. Destiny Paquin takes her passions, and she started pursuing them at Niagara College. Keegan Wilkinson has the story now.
Corner, I'm gonna say go. You gotta let them drive baseline.
Among the new crop of players on the NC Knights women's basketball team, one player stands out for her studies. Destiny Paquin, standing at 6 foot, comes from Welland Centennial High School. She plays as a forward for the team. Before this, Destiny was attending Brock as a part of their teacher education program. While there, Paquin played for the Brock Badgers basketball team as both a guard and forward. She also played for their women's squash team in the 2023 to 2024 season. It's Paquin's first year of studies here at Niagara College, though she's studying for a program that you might not have guessed at first. Right here in this classroom is where Destiny is trained to become acting's next biggest hit. This is V110, home of the Acting for Film and Digital Media program, right here at Niagara College.
I am Professor Trelawney. Together we shall cast ourselves into the future.
When looking for new skills to expand her repertoire, Paquin stumbled onto the acting program at Niagara College and decided to give it a shot.
I guess I just realized that it was kind of time for me to pursue something that I actually genuinely could be passionate about.
Paquin is one of 7 new players on the women's basketball team, which is quite the shakeup. Over half the players on the team are new. Therefore, it's now up to rising stars like Destiny Paquin to set the Knights on a course for success. Keegan Wilkinson, Niagara on the Lake.
Now, one of the top segments from our last show was the top 5 best plays on the men's side. Now it's time for our Midway top 5 highlights of the OCAA Women's West.
It's Micah Newitz's OCAA West top 5 plays of the season. Let's get underway with it. At 5, Persia Martin-Brown waves off Winter Jones at the top of the key, takes it to the hoop herself, and gets to the charity stripe for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Moving to forwards, Janie Harrison closing out on Kaya Charles of Mohawk to get the swat at the end of the shot clock to keep the Knights in the lead. At 3, with under a minute left, I'll let the announcer take over from here.
And throws it up a little bit too far. It's going to be punched away and back into the hands of Bishop. Pulling up for 3 and hitting it.
Blackbird gets the game-tying 3 to eventually win it in overtime for Lambton. The runner-up play of the season this far, Ashlyn Anderson gets it in the post. Give and go for Renee Matt right over the defender for the easy lay. And for our final clip of the night, the Niagara Knights drive and kick. They find Taryn Mitchell in the corner. Bang! Beats the buzzer and silences the crowd. Taryn Mitchell gets the best play of the year in the first half. I'm Micah Newitz, and that has been your OCAA West Top 5 Plays of the Year as of November 30th.
Now, we are moments away from game time, and before we send it down to courtside, let's look at some of the keys to the game for Fanshawe.
The Falcons run a deep bench. In their win over Conestoga a week ago, they had 12 players with over 10 minutes in the game. To win this game against Niagara, they will need production from everyone involved. Another win condition is to get Ashlyn Anderson early looks. She is averaging 11 points per game, but is capable of much more, already scoring 22 points against Humber. On another note, Fanshawe tends to run a press for a lot of the game. It is effective, and it will lead to some turnovers for the Knights, but on the other hand, it could be costly.
Yeah, for me, the biggest success for NC this season has been their defense. They rank second in the OCAA in the least points allowed per game, so continuing to work hard on defense is going to be a huge key. And against a team like Fanshawe, who has the third most three-pointers made, that means they're going to need to limit the three ball, close out on good looks, and be aware of those long rebounds. And lastly, always go hard to the basket. Fanshawe is one of the best shot-blocking teams in the West, and they're very good at not fouling around the rim. So if you are going to attack, it's got to be strong, or else it's not going to go well.
This is the last game for both teams in the semester. A win today will push them into a great spot as we head into the winter break. With the standings as close as they are, every game is crucial.
With each team riding a win streak, we will see which one gets broken today. We will send it down to the court side, where I, alongside the broadcast team, will bring you the action. It's Knights versus Falcons. Here we go.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Simply Financial Athletics Center here in Welland, Ontario. I'm Noah Vogel alongside Alex Vandenhack and Lane Lounsbury for this OCAA women's basketball game here today. Niagara College taking on the Fanshawe Falcons. And coming into this game, NC first in the West. Alex, they've had such a blistering start to the season.
Yeah, you can't have much of a better start so far. They have only lost to Humber, and the only loss that Humber had, they're 6-1 on the season so far, has came to Niagara. So they're looking to get that gold medal here, but you can't look too far ahead. You have to take care of business right now.
So as you heard earlier, Jeannie Harrison and Ashlyn Anderson have been two of the OCAA's biggest stars all year. But today they're about to face their potentially their biggest competition of the year, which is each other. Another thing I want to highlight today, Sydney Deliri, number 7 for the Fanshawe Falcons, is from Chippewas of the Fames, which, if you don't know, is a First Nations reserve near St. Thomas, Ontario. There are not a lot of Indigenous athletes at any level here in Ontario, but I love to see the representation around here.
So we're moments away from tip-off for this match. We'll set it down to courtside now for the national anthem. So here we go, the final game before the winter break for both of these teams. NC 7-1, riding a 4-game win streak, and Fanshawe 5-3. 3 big wins for them in a row so far. Leading into this one, they beat Lambton St. Clair, as well as Conestoga before this one. And both teams looking to continue that win streak here today. Here we go off the jump. NC taking the first possession. Destiny Paquin in at center today. Bell trying to work down low. Harrison on the kick out. Rousseau spinning to the basket. Hard take. Up and in. And the first basket for Jameer Rousseau gets this game underway.
Yeah, Jameer Rousseau had a great game on Wednesday, scoring 15 points in 17 minutes, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown.
Trying to get it down to Anderson. She's guarded by Paquin. They'll kick it out to Almarego. Matt driving in, blocked at the rim by Paquin, and she almost turns it over, able to keep it and find Lexis Bell. Quickly forward to the front court. Rousseau attacking, drops it down for Harrison off the back iron, gets her own rebound, and is able to kick it out to Bell, driving right to the basket. Tough finish, and the rebound pulled down by Matt. Almariego. T-break on the left wing side. Deliri working inside on Taryn Mitchell. Double comes, kick out. Matt thought about a 3, walks in, mid-range jumper off the back rim. Rebound collected by Bell. Trying to push the pace here. It's one-on-one the other way. Trying to step through, lost the ball, got it right back, and lays it in.
Lexis will say that was intentional, Noah.
Anderson in the high post, trying to hand it off. She turns it over. Mitchell up to Paquin, finishes at the rim. NC working the fast break early here.
Beautiful pass there from Taryn.
T-break on the left wing side, guarded by Harrison. She'll get it back. Almariego at the top of the key, gets a screen from Anderson. Trying to work it down low, another steal from NC. Harrison, it's a 3-on-3 the other way. Bell lost the handle, got it back, and she's fouled. And she's gonna go to the line and shoot a pair. 3 turnovers early on here for Fanshawe. And NC looking to push the pace early on, Alex.
Yeah, that's when they're at their best, is when they're in transition. They always say the best offense is a good defense. Lexis Bell, in their last handful of games or so, has really turned it on here, getting the start.
So the foul's on Renee Matt. That's her first of the game. And Lexis Bell, already with 2, will go to the line and shoot a pair. Misses on the first. And knocks down the second. NC currently shooting 65% from the free throw line here in their first 8 games so far. We'll get a stoppage as problem with the scores table. But a 7-0 start here for NC, and exactly how they would have wanted to come out in this game. Created a couple turnovers, which have turned into easy buckets the other way. Fanshawe yet to really get anything clicking here early on. NC back in this 3-2 zone. Nice backdoor cut, good find, and an easy layup at the rim for Sydney Deliri. Fanshawe bringing that press now we talked about in the pregame. They're gonna try and bring that out early on, trying to create some turnovers, and NC able to break and get a good look from J.D. Harrison at the elbow, and she knocks it down.
Janie's so efficient in that elbow area. Obviously, we know how good she is at the line, but she can certainly knock down.
Another steal from the Knights. Here comes Taryn Mitchell, 2-on-1 with Harrison, and she finishes it off, 11-2. in the first 3 minutes here. NC continuing to fire here in the first quarter. T-break stuck. She'll get it down to Deliri. Half hook. Offensive rebound by Anderson. And that's going to be a tough guard this afternoon for Destiny Paquin, as Anderson shot such a good offensive rebounder, gets that one and gets the second chance point. And Mitchell trying to take it inside. She lost the handle, and a turnover for NC. We'll see some substitutions now as Griffin Lackshane will check in, as well as Asia Strawn for NC. And on the other side for Fanshawe, we'll see Joanna Smith check in, as well as Kieran Hazabeen Ebi. Here's Smith driving right. Her floater a little bit too strong, and it's batted out of bounds. It's going to stay with Fanshawe.
One point I want to make out with Ashlyn Anderson is going back to that pass turnover from Taryn Mitchell. She didn't play a huge impact on that, but even just the fear of her size and activity potentially with the block potentially played a factor on that turnover.
Shot clock winding down in the corner. T-Bake driving the baseline, up and under finish. And Fanshawe chipping away at this lead now. 11-6 here. Press back out for the Falcons, and NC's able to get it to the front court. Rousseau calling for a screen. She'll kick it to Strawn in the corner. Got a mismatch with Anderson, trying to take it. Kicks it out. One more pass. Griffin Lackshane, three off the back rim. And a strong rebound from Anderson. T-break pushing the other way. Trying to look down low for Anderson. Good cut to the basket, but some good defensive pressure from Harrison to knock her off her stride. Oh, what a move by Strawn. Up and under finish, and one. Asia Strawn in transition with a Euro step to the basket. She's hit hard and finishes with the contact, and she'll go to the line for a possible three-point play. Stahlbaum and Howard checking in, as well as Layla McKenzie for Fanshawe.
Well, Noah, we mentioned in the pregame show, I believe Micah mentioned about how Fanshawe has a deep bench. Well, I'd like to argue that Niagara does too.
Offensive rebound from Harrison off the missed free throw from Strawn. Harrison wants it down low. She's got it in the low post. Working off the back board, and a little too strong on the finish. But a good look again for Janie Harrison. She's got a couple good opportunities so far. She's leading all scorers with 4.
Yeah, I'll take that look from Janie 10 times out of 10. Make her miss.
Last touch off Taryn Mitchell will be Fanshawe basketball. Azabenabi guarded by Strawn. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They kick it to the top. Turning back, Hazabenabi, three-pointer off the left rim. And another good rebound from Harrison. She's got 4 here early on. Quickly to the front court for the Knights. Rousseau, top of the key. Working left, driving hard to the basket. Lots of contact, and it's an offensive foul as Layla McKenzie came across and got her feet set and drew the charge. That's going to be the first on Rousseau.
Jamira can't believe it. I think she probably has a point there, but nonetheless, it'll be offensive foul. But I will say the block charge is probably the most difficult call to make in sports.
On the handoff, has Abenami cut off. Smith. Howard's shot goes off the right side of the rim and collected by Taryn Mitchell. Rousseau electing to slow things down. Here's Harrison at the top of the key. Working on McKenzie, driving left with the contact and one. And we talked about in the pregame show how she's doing such a good job with her outside shooting threat, taking it hard to the hole, drawing contact, and able to finish this time. And she'll try for a three-point play. Lexus Bell checking back in, and Megan Louws also making her first appearance. But first, Fanshawe is going to take a timeout. And now down 15-6 here in this first quarter. NC just bringing it to the Falcons here early on.
Well, no, you talk about how Janie Harrison can really shoot, and you're absolutely right. But to go on to that point with Janie, if she can, you know how dominant she is at the line and in the paint, if you're taking away the paint and giving her the shot, well, she can make that too, but also that gives her an easier path to scoring in the paint because you have to respect the fact that she's a really solid three-point shooter. Last season, she shot around the 33% clip. She struggled a little bit so far from three this season, but I'm sure that number will get back up to where we know she can get to.
Janie Harrison on the season, 4th in the OCAA in free throw percentage, 77, and a half. And she's averaging between 4 and 5 free throws a game. And she'll get her first look at the line here out of the timeout, trying to complete the three-point play. Correction on our score, it is 15-6. Harrison makes it 16. And Destiny Paquin's going to check in for her off the bench. Hazabenabi guarded by Strawn. Fanshawe working around the top. McKenzie off the screen. Smith thought about a three. Cut off by Paquin. Trying to get it down low. McKenzie falling away. And she was fouled by Laxane. That's going to be her first.
I think every team in the OCAA, if you ask them if they could have a player like Griffin Laxane, I'm sure they'd say you would. Because she's a pesky defender, point of attack, and she can knock down her threes when called upon.
McKenzie knocks in the first. And the second off the rim, and a strong rebound from Destiny Paquin. She finds Strawn. Quickly moving the other way, Bell. Spinning around McKenzie into the paint, kicks it out. Strawn to the top of the key. Trying to get it down to Paquin, she threw it away. And Smith trying to go down the court. She found McKenzie, who falls hard and lost the ball out of bounds. It's going to be NC basketball. Cicerelli checks in as well as Senton for Fanshawe, really using their bench here early on. They talked about it in the pregame show, how much they like to go to their bench. Usually a 12-player rotation for them in each of their games. Here's Bell driving to the cup, hard contact, offensive foul. And Kimball McKenzie can't believe it. And Bell was hit hard going to the basket. They're going to say it was foul on her. So the other way, and Bell going to pick up her second foul here early on. Cicerelli into the front court, finds Senton on the left wing side, guarded by Louws, driving into traffic, lost the ball, and Laxane picks up and will head across the timeline. Starters about to come back in for NC. Paquin down low, great find from Laxane. And Destiny Paquin gets her first points on the board. McKenzie driving into a lot of traffic, offensive foul. Both teams doing a really good job getting in position and drawing a few charges here early on.
Yeah, that's something to note going down into the remainder of this game and see how that is called throughout, because it seems like it's going to go advantage for the defense on that block charge call. If I'm not mistaken, that's 3 charges amongst both teams in this first quarter.
Deliri, T-Break, and Anderson checking back in. Fanshawe going back to their starters here with 2:40 left in the first quarter. Strawn almost lost the handle. Good pressure there from Cicerelli. She's able to take that one away from Strawn to the basket and lays it up. And another turnover as Cicerelli putting the pressure on Asia Strawn. And NC been caught twice there. And the Knights are going to make those changes now. Janie Harrison, Jimmy Rousseau, and Taryn Mitchell check back in. So starting lineup out there for the Knights. Hand off, long distance three off the backboard. That one from Deliri. Paquin comes down with a rebound. Harrison into the front court. Mitchell in the corner. Driving baseline hard at the cup and in. That's what you want to see from Taryn Mitchell, getting downhill. She's got 3 assists early on in this first quarter. First bucket of the afternoon for her. And Cicerelli driving hard's fouled. That one against Destiny Paquin.
Some would say some birthday buckets for one Taryn Mitchell. Yesterday it was Taryn's birthday, getting her first basket of this one.
Cicerelli off on the first free throw.
Myra Cicerelli, the dual sport athlete, also playing for Fanshawe's soccer team.
Quickly the other way off the miss. Cicerelli came up empty, and a steal that time from Anderson. Was able to get in front of Mitchell, create that turnover. NC 3 straight turnovers on offensive possessions in the final 3.5 minutes of this first quarter. That one off from Deliri, and Paquin with another board. She's got 5 in this first quarter. Harrison wide open, wing 3, yes sir! Janie Harrison knocks it down for her first 3-pointer. She's got double digits here in the first. She's got 10. Cicerelli, the top of the key. They get it down to Anderson. In the high post, working on Paquin. Turnaround, tough jumper, and good defense from Deepak as Mitchell comes down with the rebound. Downhill the other way, contact, kicks it out. Bell swings it over Rousseau, collects herself on the near side. Gets a screen from Paquin. Paquin lines up a long jumper. Nothing but net. And Deepak, she's got 6 now. Bit of a run here at the end of this first quarter from the Knights as Mitchell tips that one out of bounds. Going to stay Fanshawe basketball.
Watch for the 2-for-1 here, Noah, with 35 to go.
Cicerelli guarded by Mitchell on the right wing side. Sent in down low for Anderson, trying to get position. Drop step, can't finish at the rim. NC looking to go quickly. Mitchell in transition, stops up, fakes to the basket, and she's fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot a pair.
I want to give a big shout out to Destiny Paquin and Jenny Harrison, for that matter, really containing Ashlyn Anderson, only 1 of 3 from the field with 2 points, as the first is good for Taryn. But we mentioned how good she is and how strong she is defensively. They're getting everything that they want, and even from downtown.
So Mitchell goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Fanshawe's going to hold for the last shot here. Shot clock off, 15 seconds left. T-break finds Senton, trying to get it down low to Anderson. And great hands from Rousseau, creates the turnover. NC can end this quarter off with a bang, and Taryn Mitchell trying to find Bell down low. She throws that one away. So still time for the Falcons to get a shot off here at the end of the first. 2.6 seconds left on the clock. They get it into Cicerelli, half-court heave. Didn't have enough behind it. And that's going to do it for quarter number 1, 26-9. NC dominant right now, Alex.
I mean, you said it. That's really the only way to say it. NC, well, both of these teams are coming in on win streaks. Fanshawe winning 3 straight, Niagara winning 4 straight. But it's been all Niagara. They've been unbelievable here today, and you have to give credit to all of the players who've checked in here today, really, for this dominant start.
You're absolutely right. And the Knights' biggest key to this game is keeping Ashlyn Anderson contained, and they have done all that and more, as she only has one shot in this game. As far as the Knights side of things,
So NC leading after the first quarter. They're shooting 73% from the field right now. Harrison leading the way with 10 points in the first quarter. That was 2 of those 10. Knocking down a 3. She's 4 for 6 from the field to go along with 4 rebounds as well. Each starter for NC scoring in that first quarter. Destiny Paquin with 6 and 5 in that first. Taryn Mitchell, 4 points with 4 assists, dishing out the dimes early on. And NC really clicking, going to try and continue that here into the second quarter, which is moments away from getting started.
Double-double watch for T-Mitch. 4-4 here in this first quarter, and we talk about Niagara being 7-1. They have some room to improve, but offensively at times they've struggled this season. I mean, last game against Redeemer, they had 78, but if they can get their offense going like how it's going today, this is going to be a problem. I mean, they already are a problem, Noah.
So here we go for quarter number 2. NC leading by 18 after the first. Matt guarded by Rousseau. They're trying to get it down to Anderson. Guarded closely by Janie Harrison. Driving to the basket, a hard take. Harrison couldn't grab the rebound. Another chance, up. And Harrison pulls down the rebound. Quickly to the other way. Strawn in traffic. Off the backboard and in. Tough shot for Asia Strawn. She knocks it down.
absolutely right, Noah. She had about 3 Falcons on her.
Same checks in for her first minutes here for the Falcons at the start of this second quarter. Deliri working down low. She's fouled by Mitchell. And she's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That's the second foul on Taryn Mitchell here early on, so we'll see her check out momentarily for Megan Louws getting ready to come in.
Yeah, Taryn did not like the call. I think she may have had an argument there as Niagara up by 20 here early on. She'll stay in the game for now. But Niagara is so deep to where they can have a 10-man rotation and do just fine.
So Deliri goes 1 for 2 from the line. Pressure coming in again from Fanshawe, and NC able to break it easily that time. Falcons working in a 2-3 zone now. Nice trying to work it around the perimeter. Nice move from Louws. Kicks it out. Strawn, wide open triple. Too long. And a good rebound from Matt. She'll hand it off for T-break.
Yeah, if you're going against the 2-3 zone, watch for shots in the middle and in the corners. Should get some open looks there.
Isame down low for T-break. Working left. Deflected by Harrison. And Strawn the other way. In transition, can't finish at the rim. Offensive rebound by Harrison. Kicks it out. Louws, long 2, off the backboard and in. Megan Louws continuing what she had on Wednesday against Redeemer. 13-point performance. Player of the game for NC. Nice pass. Deliri left all alone. And a good cut to the basket and an easy finish. Quickly the other way, NC. That one tipped out of bounds. It's going to say Knights basketball.
Megan Louws, the lucky lefty, off the glass. The banks are open on Saturday, Noah. I'll tell you what, Asia Strawn has definitely made a huge impact off the bench here for the Knights with 4 early ones.
Rousseau finds Harrison, long 2, and she knocks it down. And Harrison's got 12 now, and using that matchup against Anderson to her advantage because she's a little bit quicker on the inside as Rousseau comes across and gets another steal. And Anderson wasn't able to get outside quick enough, and it left Harrison enough room to knock down that jumper. Louws, nice move. She's got a 3, foot on the line, too short. Harrison trying to keep it alive, she does, but it goes out of play. On the near side, 33-12 NC here in the second quarter. Lexus Bell and Destiny Paquin going to check back in.
Well, it's interesting to see that they left Janie wide open there, although it was a very long 2, and if you're going to give up any shot, obviously they'll give up the long 2, analytically speaking. But when you've got a player who's as hot as Janie Harrison at the time, 4 of 6 for 10 points, surprisingly left her wide open.
Layla McKenzie checking back in for the Falcons. Smith guarded by Louws. Matt on the right wing side. They get into Anderson, the handoff. Smith blocked at the three-point line by Louws. Great defense. Straught picks up the rebound. Oh, she turned it over. McKenzie waiting for help, finds T-break in transition. She'll pull up for a 10-footer. Gets her own rebound, kicks it out. Smith lines up a 3. Oh, yeah. Joanna Smith knocks down a triple, the first for Fanshawe this game. And Kimball McKenzie unhappy with that turnover. It was great defense at the perimeter by Megan Louws, and that's the 4th turnover for Asia Strawn in this first quarter, or first half, pardon me. NC still up by 18 here early on. Fanshawe with a little bit of a pushback, trying to cut down this lead here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I believe the lead was down to as much as 21 or 22. But Fanshawe getting it down to 18. I think everything will be okay for Niagara. Just got to tweak a couple things with the turnovers, and I think Niagara will be okay. But I will say, definitely coming into this one, I expected more of a closer game, although so far this season, Niagara obviously first in the West Division, one half game back of first. But Fanshawe obviously hot, winning 3 straight.
And coming into this game, Fanshawe was 4th in the OCAA in three-pointers made with 45. They've attempted just under 170 three-pointers, and in this first half have only taken 4. They just knocked down their first one before that timeout. We'll see if they'll look for those outside shots more here with 6:40 left in the second. We come out of the timeout. Fanshawe continuing in the zone here. That one almost thrown away. Bell is able to keep it alive. Strawn in the corner, thought about a 3. Driving baseline, kicks out Louws. 5 on the shot clock. Down low to Strawn. She's blocked at the rim. And it's going to be a jump ball as that was tied up just ahead of the baseline as Jamie Stahlbaum with the rejection on Asia Strawn. It's going to stay possession with NC. And he'll get a restarted shot clock, 14 on the clock. Paquin lining up a triple, off a little bit right that time, and T-break comes down with a rebound. T-break hard to the basket, she's fouled. And they're gonna say it's on the ground. It's gonna be a baseline inbound. Fouls on Lexus Bell, that's her second.
Janie's gonna check in here. And Lexus Bell will have a seat. Janie Harrison on the bench for that little mini run for Fanshawe. I should look at the steal here.
Turnover from the Falcons. Here comes Harrison. Blackshane in transition, and she lays it up at the rim. And we talked about, that was Micah's pick for Defensive Player of the Year here at the midway point. And she's been excellent defensively so far. Another steal for her. Second in the OCAA and steals first in the OCAA West. Long 2 from McKenzie, and she drains it.
Well, Noah, you mentioned how that was Micah's pick for Defensive Player of the Year. Your pick was Ashlyn Anderson. This game here could definitely have an impact on potentially your choice.
And an offensive foul from Harrison, and she's saying, not really much I can do. Caught that ball and just got stuck as McKenzie was coming across and got her feet set. And another good drawn charge from the Falcons and a turnover from NC. That's going to be the second foul on Janie Harrison.
I don't know about you, Noah, but to me, that looked like a flop.
Azabenabi will kick it out. Stahlbaum to the corner, thought about a three. Shrugs off Schrawn, knocks down the triple. Curran has a Benaby, knocks down her first bucket of the game, and it's a long one.
It's back to 15 here.
Strawn into traffic, she's fouled, and she's gonna go to the line and shoot two. So Asia Strawn at the line for her second trip. 0 for 1 on the day. Make that 1 for 2 now.
Fanshawe outscoring Niagara 11-9 here. As it will get back up to 17 as we'll get a substitution here.
So Strawn knocks down the second, and Jamir Rousseau will check in for her. And Michaela Howard will check in for Fanshawe as well. With Renee Mack taking a seat halfway through this second quarter. Trying to get it to the inside. That one stripped away. They're going to say it was a foul on Harrison. Pardon me, that's her second now. So she's going to check out now for Taryn Mitchell.
Yeah, I didn't see much there. That's the second night with 2 fouls, with Taryn having 2 of her own, and those are probably the last 2 players you want to have in foul trouble here. Keep in mind in the OCAA to foul out, it's 5 fouls versus in the NBA with 6.
Smith working on Louws, driving right, tough finish at the basket, just came off the rim, but she's going to go to the line and shoot 2. As Louws going to get called for the foul that time. That's her first of the afternoon. Smith misses the first long.
But to my point with players in foul trouble, Niagara has been so deep. I had a conversation with Mitchell about how deep they are.
Offensive rebound rejected by Paquin. And the other way comes NC. Lackshane, her pass almost picked off. Smith got in the passing lane but wasn't able to keep it in bounds.
Right now, Fanshawe is in the bonus here for the rest of this quarter. Niagara committing 5 fouls and Fanshawe only committing 1.
Rousseau. Working left into traffic, through the lane, lays it up and in on the left side. What a great move from Jamir Rousseau. And her gets her second bucket of the afternoon. Smith trapped, kicks it to the corner. McKenzie driving in, hard contact and the foul. And that's what you get when you're Layla McKenzie, and an excellent three-point shooter, able to get Mitchell jumping on the perimeter and takes it hard to the basket. She's fouled and has a chance to convert a three-point play here. Anderson as well as Cicerelli checking back in for Fanshawe. Rebound comes off. It's going to be last touch off a Fanshawe player. So it's going to be NC basketball, just to mix up between the referees. They got the right call in the end. Paquin's going to check out after picking up her second foul on that drive from McKenzie. 39-22 with 4 left here in the second quarter. Fanshawe back in that zone. Swinging around the top, floater from Rousseau, banks it in. Rousseau continuing her scoring. She's got 6 now, had 15 against Redeemer on Wednesday. Her season high. Rousseau comes across, McKenzie misses on the layup, and it's gonna be last touch off Anderson, and will be Knights basketball.
Jamira had 15 on Wednesday, but one thing to note, in 17 minutes.
Senton checks back in for the Falcons. Taryn Mitchell across the timeline finds Harrison. Rousseau left wide open for three. Just comes off the rim. Anderson pulls down the rebound. Falcons swinging around Cicerelli. Handoff for Howard. Kicks it back out. Cicerelli thought about a three. Pulls up from 15. Well, too strong off the backboard, and Lackshane pulls down the rebound. She'll find Rousseau. Mitchell in the front court. Hit hard by Cicerelli. It's going to be a foul. It'll stay on the floor. That's going to be the first foul on Myra Cicerelli. Asia Strawn's going to check back in. And Taryn Mitchell will take a seat for now with 3 minutes left here in the first half. Rousseau gets it into Strong. Harrison slowing things down. 9 on the shot clock. Turning around, looking for any type of room. To the corner, Rousseau. Shot clock winding down. Louws open in the corner, long 2, off the rim. Cicerelli with a good box out. Turns it over though. Louws driving to the basket. Too short on the finish, gets her own rebound. Shot clock didn't reset. 7 for Harrison. Working on Senton. Trying to draw the foul. It's going to be offensive on Janie Harrison. And that's her 3rd foul now in the first half. And her 2nd offensive, and she's going to have to check out. And Destiny Paquin as well as Lexus Bell will check back in.
That's one thing to note, because obviously in the OCAA to foul out, it's 3, but Janie Harrison has been unbelievable in this first half, and that could be a real problem for Niagara.
Cicerelli driving in. Nice feed for Anderson. And she lays it in on the other end, cutting the lead now down to 15. Pardon me, 17. Down low for Bell, lost the handle, turnover. Fanshawe trying to make a pushback here late in the first half. Cicerelli across the timeline, final 2 minutes. Deliri driving on Lackshane, gets the shot up and comes off the rim. Rousseau's going to ride that one out, and its last touch off a Falcon is going to stay NC basketball. And Coach Kimball McKenzie is going to take a timeout here with 1:51, going to try and draw something up. As NC struggling a little bit offensively at the end of this second quarter, Alex, but still leading by 17. But can't let this Fanshawe team get back to it.
Well, although it's only been a 1-point difference, Fanshawe's outscored Niagara 15-14 in this second quarter, but can't get much worse than the first. Niagara outscoring Fanshawe 27-9, but it feels like Niagara's offense has been night and day in this second quarter. We'll get a replay of Janie Harrison's 3rd personal.
She leads all scorers with 12 right now, and she's just trying to create some space, but she got that elbow up in the face, and that's kind of a easy call for a referee, especially when the player goes down, as Senton got hit around the chin area.
Had her feet set too.
Harrison 5 for 7 right now. She's got 12.6 rebounds, 3 assists, but 3 fouls like we said, so we won't see her for the rest of this half. And she's going to have to play very safe coming out of the halftime break for NC. So we'll see who will step up for the Knights without her available right now.
Well, Destiny Paquin also has 2 fouls, so we'll probably see some small ball here from the Knights as well.
Knights out of the timeout, going to try and run something as they were looking for Paquin down low, but a good hands from Senton was able to steal that one. Cicerelli, 1:30 here left in the second quarter. High post for Deliri. Working in, step through, off the back rim, bounces in. And Sydney Deliri leading Fanshawe with 7 points now. 41-26. Lackshane hands it off for Bell. Skip pass, Rousseau on the near side. Paquin to Bell, trying to get inside the key, and it's stolen away. Good deflection that time by Anderson. Cicerelli trying to get Anderson down low, looking for positioning. Lackshane comes across, double team, and steals it away. Strawn almost lost the handle. Will find Paquin across half court. 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Knights. 35 seconds left in the first half. Strawn gets a screen. Lackshane open in the corner. Hit the side of the backboard and rebounded by Howard. Three seconds between shot clock and game clock. Down low, Anderson wide open. Great cut to the basket and a good find from Cicerelli. And a wide open layup for Ashlyn Anderson. And she's got 6 now. 3 for 5 from the floor for her. Rousseau, last opportunity. Bell, long triple. Rebound is collected by Howard, and that's going to do it for the first half. Fanshawe fighting their way back, able to win that quarter by 5. And it's a 13-point game, 41-28. What are your thoughts, Alex?
Well, Fanshawe really turned it around that second quarter. Great quarter there from Fanshawe, but they dug themselves such a deep hole, being outscored by 18 in that first quarter. Being only down really 13, it's still a competitive game, and Jeannie Harrison obviously with 3 personal fouls, so that's definitely played a part in this first half. You have any thoughts, Lane?
So you're right. Fanshawe was able to recover a little bit from that first quarter, but if they really want to recover from that, they got to get the ball in Ashlyn Anderson's hands a lot more, because she only has 3 shots in this game so far.
Well, one thing also to note with Fanshawe is they're 2 of 9 from the line. So if they can get to about an average percentage, this could be a fairly competitive game.
Anderson with 6 in that first half. She had that final bucket for Fanshawe to end the second quarter. They cut the lead to 13, 41-28. NC still leading. Harrison leading all scorers with 12 points. She's got 6 rebounds as well. Jameer Rousseau with 6. She's 3 for 4. And Asia Strawn off the bench. She's also got 6. Destiny Paquin with a good start to the game. She's got 6 and 5. Sydney Deliri leading the way for Fanshawe. She has 7. But for now, we'll step aside at the halftime break. NC leading 41-28 here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center. leading 41-28 after the first half as we welcome you back inside the Simply Financial Athletics Center for half number 2. NC did a great job defensively in that first half, keeping Fanshawe to just 28 points. They were also shooting 56% from the field. And right away, Fanshawe going on the inside, offensive rebound, and the foul for Sydney Deliri. She had 7 in the first half, and now looking to add 3 more to it.
Yeah, I mean, now it's down to 11. Niagara outscoring Fanshawe in the first quarter, 27-9. But with that free throw make, Fanshawe is shooting only 3 of 10 from the line, and it's a 10-point game. This is very much able to come back for Fanshawe.
Falcons did a great job pushing back in that second quarter. Alexis Bell trying to respond with a 3. Too strong, and Anderson pulls down the rebound. So a 10-point game now, and Fanshawe can cut it to double digits. Down low for Anderson. Drop step to the basket. She's fouled. And will go to the line and shoot 2.
That's number 3 for DP, but now that's number 3, but also Janie Harrison also has 3, so your 2 bigs are both in foul trouble. And when you have someone like Ashlyn Anderson, who's as good as she is at such a young age, I she'll miss the first, but that could be a problem with her not having much shots to go up against, or at least someone with 3 personal fouls.
Asia Strong will check in for Deepak as Anderson misses both, and a big rebound from Harrison. Bell going to move to that 4 spot. Harrison down at the 5. Taryn Mitchell rejected at the rim. She stepped out of bounds as she tried to keep that one in play. So turnover for NC. You're just joining us here. I'm Noah Vogel alongside me, Alex Vandenhack and Lane Lounsbury. Last game before the winter break here for both of these teams. Trying to continue their win streak into the end of the fall semester. Matt turning around, knocks down the 5-footer.
Back to single digits here.
Mitchell finds Harrison. One dribble, Harrison again, pulls up from the elbow, off the front rim. Anderson pulls down another rebound. Deliri into double digits now, first for Fanshawe. 8-point game. Trying to get it down low to Anderson, stripped by Strawn. Asia Strawn the other way. Stops up for Rousseau. They'll slow things down now. Trying to find Mitchell on the backdoor cut. Good hands from Deliri. And a turnover again from NC. 5-0 start for Fanshawe here in the second half. Driving on Bell, too strong on the layup from Almariego. And Strawn will take it the other way. Coming in on Matt, too strong off the backboard. Deliri pulls down the rebound.
Well, going in after that first quarter, Fanshawe's outscoring Niagara by 10.
T-break, finds Matt on the inside, misses once again. And Harrison pulls down a rebound. She's got 8 now. Back and forth here early on in the third quarter. Rousseau stops up on the dime. Off the backboard, rebound, handing around. Almariego pulls it away, and she was tied up by Rousseau. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow with NC. Fanshawe going to make a substitution as Layla McKenzie will check back in. Rousseau to inbound for NC. She'll get it into Strawn in the corner. Wide open look for Harrison. Off the back rim. Tipped out by Bell. It's going to be last touch off her, so it's going to be Fanshawe basketball. Great play out of the inbound. Got a good look for Harrison and just unable to knock it down. NC 1 for 10 from three-point range. Janie Harrison with the only triple made for the Knights. They get it on the inside, low post for T-break. She kicks it out. McKenzie thought about a three. She'll take one. Oh yeah, knocks it down over top of Taryn Mitchell. And that's the first three for Layla McKenzie and the third of the game for Fanshawe. Mitchell trying to respond off the kick out, drives to the corner, long two. Nice shot by Harrison on the baseline corner. And she's got a game high 14. Rousseau getting involved on defense, trying to take that ball away. T-break on the cut. And a good contest from Asia Strawn as T-break comes up short. Mitchell pushing the pace quickly, stops up, key touch, back to Strawn for a three, off the front rim, offensive rebound, and Bell's hit hard, and she'll go to the line and shoot two.
Niagara in this third quarter only recording 2 points. Fanshawe outscoring Niagara 8-2 here. Fanshawe, after the slow first quarter, being down by 18, as much as around 22-23 in total of the game, they cut it down to 5.
Now a 7-point game here in the third quarter as Bell misses the first. And goes 0 for 2 from the line. She's 1 for 3 on the day, shooting just over 50% on the season. So we'll stay at a 7-point lead for the Knights. Bell trying to work in on defense. McKenzie comes across, a travel as Mitchell and Bell come together to force that turnover. And Taryn Mitchell's going to check out now for Griffin Lackshane. And Cicerelli and Smith will also come in for Fanshawe.
Well, to my point about getting the lead down to 5, you have to give a ton of credit to Coach Bill Carrier, finding something to help get that lead down.
Fanshawe team that likes to stick around, and when they do, they can find ways to win games. As that ball last touch off the Fanshawe Falcon.
Well, you have to bend but not break, and Fanshawe has done the perfect example of that.
Harrison finds Bell. Thought about a three, guarded by Anderson. She'll pull up for short mid-range, and rebound pulled down by Anderson. Smith the other way. Cicerelli guarded by Lackshane. Driving, and she's knocked down. It's going to be a foul on Lackshane. And for Fanshawe, only 3 losses on the season, one coming to Mohawk by 1 point in their first game of the season. And then they lost to Lambton by 6, which they ended up beating later at the midpoint of November when they beat them by 20 points. And then they've also lost to Humber, who are the only team to beat NC so far this season. And good defense by Lackshane on the interior. And she'll pull down the rebound. So Fanshawe, not a team to take lightly, even though they are only 4th in the West. As Rousseau comes and banks it off the backboard and gives NC their 9-point lead back. But they're a team that can hang around very good programs, and they're sticking around here with the Knights. Nice cut to the basket. McKenzie puts it up and in. Falcons a dangerous team. You can't let them stay within striking distance. Bell. Harrison driving left, pull up from the free throw line, just rims out. And nothing falling for NC right now. Smith trying to go down low to Cicerelli. She didn't see the pass. And went out of bounds. A turnover for the Falcons. They'll make some more changes as Issa May will check back in, as well as Howard.
One thing to note, Noah, Destiny Paquin's at 4 personal fouls here, so we probably won't see her throughout the rest of this third quarter and probably a bit into the fourth.
Bell kicks it out. Harrison swing to the corner. Extra pass. Rousseau driving baseline. Back to the top. Strawn driving the basket. Euro step through. Travel. NC can't catch a break right now. And another turnover for them. That's their 13th of the game. Howard into the front court. Finds Smith. Handoff from Anderson. Smith with 10 on the shot clock. Trying to go left. Step back three. Oh, wow! Joanna Smith step back triple. And we got a 4-point basketball game here, Alex.
Yeah. I will say I did not think it was going to get this close after that first quarter. It's been a tale of two different teams for both sides. Niagara, it's night and day, really. Ever since the end of that first quarter, Niagara has been outscored 32-18. As we're going to get a replay of that last three ball, but Niagara was up by as much as, 22? So they've got it down to 4, and that bench is probably a little bit nervous.
Joanna Smith has only knocked down 2 shots, and it's been 2 long bombs, and that's one of them right there. Stepping back on Asia Strawn and knocks it down. And a huge one for Fanshawe. Everything going their way right now. 13-4. They're outscoring them in the third quarter. And this is what this Falcons team's all about. They're excellent shooters from the outside, but they can also work it down low. And right now, Layla McKenzie and Deliri leading the way for them, both in double digits with 10. And they're forcing turnovers on the defensive end and turning it into quick and easy buckets on the opposite. And the Falcons have found themselves now down 4 to the West leaders in the NC Knights. Out of the timeout, Niagara looking to find themselves back offensively. Rousseau up top for Bell. Rousseau, wide open look from the left wing, off the front rim, long rebound, and Smith pulls it down. Senton down low. Harrison comes across, gets a good contest, can't pull down the rebound, loose ball, and Bell takes it away and finds Rousseau. Rousseau 1v3. Harrison lines up a triple off the back rim, bounces off, and Anderson pulls down another rebound. She's got 8 now. Mitchell and Louws getting set to check back in for the Knights. Smith trying to find Anderson. Harrison comes across and took a hard fall, and she'll get back up. That's good to see for Janie Harrison.
Wow.
So those changes will come now. And Stahlbaum as well as Azabenabi will also check in for the Falcons, giving Anderson and Senton a rest. Isame stopped by Strawn. They'll get it out to Stahlbaum. 3 on the shot clock. Time winding down. 3-pointer Howard off the rim. Pulled down by Asia Strawn. Trying to get it forward for Lackshane in that pass. Misfired. And a turnover for NC. 2:30 left in the third quarter, and NC's only got 4 points.
Yeah. We mentioned in that first quarter how Jeannie Harrison and Jameer Rousseau for that have been really productive in the first. It's been night and day for them.
Offensive rebound as pulled down by Azabenabi. He'll get it back up to Smith. Stahlbaum, hands off. Howard driving left into the paint. Floater off the front rim and drops. 2-point basketball game now. Final 2 minutes here in the third quarter. One to forget for NC, something they've struggled with coming out of the halftime break as they start off in the first half, and Mitchell too strong on the layup. Howard, skip pass, finds Smith. 3-pointer off the front rim, ball bouncing around. It's gonna be last touch off an NC player. So it's gonna say Fanshawe basketball. Deliri and Matt gonna check back in for the Falcons. Isame driving right, finishing with the right hand. And they're going to tee up Kimball McKenzie. Must have said something on the far side to the referee in front of the scores table. So the Falcons with a chance to take their first lead of the game here at the free throw line.
Yeah, Coach McKenzie's definitely been working the officials a lot in this game.
Asabenabi coming up short on that free throw. On the technical foul, 45-45. We're tied up now. And Fanshaw's completely turned this game around here in the third quarter.
17-4 run in this second quarter. Excuse me, third.
And springing off that run they had to end the first half. They've been excellent here ever since around the 3-minute mark in the second quarter, as Megan Louws responds with a good basket the other way and takes back the lead for NC.
Fanshawe has never led in this game.
Final minute here. Stahlbaum on the inside, gets back out to the free throw line, gets the return feed. Strong with the block. And looking to push the other way, she's got Harrison ahead. Kicks it to Mitchell, thought about a three. Into the lane, left hand, too strong. Strawn picks up the rebound, she's knocked down. And it's gonna be Fanshawe basketball. Two for one opportunity for the Falcons, 44.8 left. Anderson's gonna check back in for these final 45 seconds here in the third quarter. Matt guarded by Lackshane, driving into the paint, turnaround mid-range, and the rebound pulled down by Mitchell. And Coach McKenzie gonna get his team to set up here for their last shot of the third quarter. Mitchell, Strawn, Lackshane. They swing it around back to the top. Ball bouncing around, good deflection, it's stolen. Shot clock off, 12 seconds left here for the Falcons. What a third quarter this has been for them. Mitchell jumping, mid-range jumper off the front rim. Lackshane pulls it down, there's still time. Harrison from three-quarter court, off the side of the rim. Not sure if it would have counted, but nonetheless, Fanshawe down two here in the third quarter, 17-6 in the third. And NC gonna need to pick it up here in the fourth quarter because Fanshawe has all the momentum right now.
Absolutely. Niagara just cannot let this lead get away from them. They got very lucky there with the missed technical foul shot.
Yeah, to Lane's point, Fanshawe has not led at any point in this game. Going into the second and third quarters, Fanshawe outscoring Niagara 36-20 in the first quarter. Of course, Niagara outscored Fanshawe 27-9, and it's been a tale of two different teams out of the first quarter and into the second and third.
Fanshawe just doing a great job. They have 10 different scores in this game, showing their bench depth here in this one.
Well, we mentioned in the pregame show, Micah mentioned how deep this team is, and he's been absolutely right here with 10 scorers. But this game is only a 2-point game. As we get a replay here of that last basket, but Fanshawe, 3 of 13 from the line. If they lose this game, assuming it's close, that's definitely a stat that is going to haunt them over the winter break.
NC shooting 1 for 14 from three-point range. Fanshawe having 2 threes alone in that third quarter. They're shooting 4 for 9. And after shooting just over 20% in the first quarter, the Falcons now shooting 40% from the field. They've limited their turnovers and have forced NC to give up 16 turnovers so far this game, which they've turned into 14 points. And they've done a much better job rebounding. You see there, Ashley Anderson, she's got 6 points, 8 rebounds. She had 6 in that third quarter alone.
Well, that's what happens when you've got Janie Harrison and Destiny Paquin in foul trouble. Janie with 3, Destiny with 4. And so far in this game, Niagara has played with some silence, using both Paquin and Janie, but with Paquin having 4, she has to have a seat.
So Harrison's still out there with 3 fouls. She's guarding Anderson at the three-point line. Deep 3 from Deliri, comes off the rim. Great rebound by Megan Louws, and she'll take it into the front court. We'll see if NC can turn around their offensive game here in the fourth quarter and hold on to this win. On the inside, Harrison gets the spin around Anderson and finishes on the left hand.
That's 16 for Harrison on this game.
Rousseau takes it away, and it came off the leg of Matt. Great job by Jamira Rousseau defensively. And a turnover for Fanshawe. You're going to see T-Break check back in for the Falcons.
I'll tell you what, there's not a better backcourt in the league in terms of hustle than Taryn Mitchell and Jamira Rousseau.
Mitchell in the corner, driving, mid-range jumper. Harrison, butter from the free throw line. And Harrison with 18 now. She's also got 8 rebounds to go along with that. T-Break responds, banking in a 3.
Banks open on Saturday, Noah.
3-point game here, 51-48. Harrison responds with a triple of her own in the right corner. 21 points for Janie Harrison. We talked about in the pregame how they've been struggling from that right corner, and Harrison knocks down one from that exact position here in the fourth. Harrison walks the ball in her hands, kicks it. Lackshane driving in, finds Harrison down low, up and in. Janie Harrison has 7 here in the fourth quarter in the first 2 minutes. That one poked away by Lackshane. That's going to stay Fanshawe basketball.
But when you're struggling, you look to your best player, and your best player, Janie Harrison, has been unbelievable here in this game. A couple of jump shots here and a layup.
10 for 16 from the field for Janie Harrison. An efficient 23 points here this afternoon. Anderson lines up a 3. That one well off.
Well, if you're going to give any shot up to Ashlyn Anderson, it's going to be that 3. She's 6'2". She's got size, and if you have to choose any shot to give her, it's going to be a 3.
Hasn't made a 3 all year, and won't change that on that attempt. Rousseau a triple off the side of the rim. Harrison on the offensive board and gets fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2. She's everywhere right now. She's got 9 rebounds now.
Yeah, one away from that double-double. It seems like wherever Janie goes, the Knights seem to follow. If they can get one more player to get hot here, they should win this game fairly comfortably.
Her second trip to the line today, she misses the first.
That's pretty impressive that this is only her second, well, this one now is only her 3rd shot at the charity stripe. She's averaging around 5 this season.
Second one drops in, shooting 77% from the free throw line, and she's got 8 points now in this fourth quarter and gives NC a 9-point lead. Rousseau getting her hands in there. It's going to be last touch off her. It's going to say Fanshawe basketball.
Niagara right now with the 3-guard lineup, Taryn, Jamira, and Griffin.
On the inbound T-break, guarded by Lackshane. Trying to get it down low to Anderson. Guarded by Rousseau. Up and under from Cicerelli. Circus shot drops in. And a 7-point game once again. Mitchell getting a screen from Harrison. Gets the switch on to T-break. Driving in. Hop step. She's rejected. First block of the game for Ashlyn Anderson, leading the league in blocks. Cicerelli jab step into the paint. Kicks it out. High post for Anderson. T-break. Driving to the cup. She's fouled. And she's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Foul on Lexus Bell. That's her second.
Jeannie Harrison here outscoring Fanshawe in this fourth quarter alone. Janie with 7, Fanshawe with 5. That's a total as a team. Niagara doubling up Fanshawe here with a score of 10-5, not 10-6.
So T-Break knocks down the second. Six-point game now. Mitchell looking for a screen from Harrison and draws the foul. As Cicerelli tried to get in front, that's her second. Only second team foul for the Falcons here in the fourth quarter. Bell inbounds and gets the return feed from Jameer Rousseau. Bell shrugs off Cicerelli, knocks down the triple. Lexis Bell hits her first 3 of the afternoon. She's got 6 now, and what a time to do it here in the fourth quarter. Turnover from Fanshawe as Smith threw that one out of bounds. Destiny Paquin's going to check back in with 4 fouls. With 6:33 left here in the fourth quarter, and NC really responding after that third quarter where they were outscored 17-6, now 13-6. They're leading here in the fourth quarter. Harrison, another triple, that time too strong. Rebound in the corner, Bell trying to keep it alive. She's knocked down and flies into the stands. It'll be Fanshawe basketball in the corner. Sent it into the front court, finds McKenzie just in front of the NC bench. Skip pass for Cicerelli. Down low to Anderson, pick and roll, and one for Anderson. Ashlyn Anderson with 6 points. She's got 8 now, and a chance to add to that. Lexis Bell gets her 3rd foul.
Anderson with the chance to get it to a 2-possession game here.
Comes off the back iron, and Ashley Anderson 0 for 3 from the free throw line here today. Paquin in traffic, kicks it out. Harrison elbow jumper. Nothing but net for Janie Harrison.
The fourth quarter is Janie Harrison time.
10 points here in the fourth, and a steal for Lexis Bell, trying to get it ahead for Mitchell. And last touch off a Fanshawe player. It's going to be NC basketball. She's got 26 and 10. Double-double for Janie Harrison.
One of her best games of the season for sure. Nearly half of her team's points.
And she's led NC now to a 9-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Paquin comes up short, gets her own rebound. Janie Harrison straightaway triple off the right iron, and Anderson pulls down the rebound. That's her 9th. Harrison with 10 of NC's 15 points here in the fourth quarter. Matt on the kick out. They get it to the high post. Anderson. Senton driving on Bell with the contact, unable to finish. She'll get her own rebound. Pass too high for Anderson, and Mitchell picks up the turnover, and will slow things down here across the timeline halfway through the fourth quarter. Rousseau driving baseline, kick out. Bell lines up a triple off the front rim. Rousseau on the offensive board, and she missed on the putback. Anderson able to pull it down. We'll find Senton. Matt driving on D-Pack. Great defense in the corner. Finds Senton on the cut. Rejected by Mitchell. Ball bouncing around. Paquin keeps it in off the leg. It's going to be NC basketball.
Great play there by Destiny Paquin to throw it off of a Falcon there. And Coach Carriere is going to need to talk this one over. Fanshawe in jeopardy of their 3-game winning streak getting snapped.
NC looking to head into the winter break in first place in the West and move to an 8-1 record and really has been on the back of Janie Harrison. What a performance she has so far today. 26 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, 11 for 20 from the field, and has given NC a 9-point fourth quarter lead here that they're going to try and hold on to. Fanshawe still within striking distance, trying to make their way back into this one.
I want to go on a limb and say Janie Harrison's going to win Player of the Week for Niagara. I'll just a hunch.
We'll take a look at one of those baskets from Janie Harrison. She's been loving that mid-range jumper here today.
Well, she's a 3-level scorer, so if you give her the 3, she'll make the 3. If you give her the midi, same deal, and we know what she does in the paint. Either it's going to be a basket or 2 shots.
So out of the timeout, it's going to be NC basketball, sideline out of bounds. Four minutes and 40 seconds here for the Knights to hold on to this win. And it ends the 2024 calendar year with a 5-game win streak, and Mitchell going to get called for a travel. She was trapped on the baseline.
Interesting to see that there's no timeout called there, as she was trapped by 3 or 4 Falcons there.
Cicerelli to the front court. Deliri, Stahlbaum in the high post, hands off Cicerelli. Matt, she's got 7 on the shot clock, guarded by Paquin. Kicks it out. Trying to find a shot, time winding down, shot clock violation. Great defensive possession from the Knights. Mitchell, guarded by Isame. High post for Harrison, down low for Paquin. Reverse layup just comes up short. Deliri pulling down the rebound. She'll enter the front court for Fanshawe. Falcons on a bit of a scoring drought right now. Stahlbaum working on Harrison, kicks out. Deliri, a triple off the front rim, pulled down by Paquin. Here's Rousseau. Guarded by Cicerelli. She pokes it away and a steal. Matt, wide open, long 2, off the back rim, bounced around. And it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Jameer Rousseau. It's going to be a timeout from Fanshawe. Bill Carrier going to take his first here in the fourth quarter. And NC still leading by 9. Fanshawe has been struggling a little bit offensively here in the fourth quarter late with 3:10 left. And the Knights just needing to hold on here to pull out the win.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised the timeout came now. I thought it would have come a little bit earlier, but I'm also surprised that Janie Harrison hasn't seen any doubles. I don't think she's been doubled once in this game, and when she's been cooking the way that she has with a very efficient 26, you almost have to say, let someone else beat you. Because Janie Harrison's got 26. The next highest scorer is Jameer Rousseau with 8.
So out of the timeout here, we'll see what Fanshawe will draw up offensively.
1 timeout left for Niagara, 2 available for Fanshawe. Fanshawe in jeopardy of dropping or losing their 3-game winning streak. Niagara looking to go into the break on a 5-game heater.
9-point game here out of the timeout. Final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Nice pass from Mitchell, finding Bell, perfectly breaking the trap. And an easy finish at the basket for Lexus Bell. She's got 8. Howard finding Deliri. Deliri turning around in the paint, left-handed layup off the backboard and in. Tough finish for Deliri. She leads all Fanshawe Falcons with 12.
If Fanshawe is going to want to come back in this game, they're going to have to get something going now with 2:30 left, down by 9.
Mitchell working on McKenzie to the baseline. Reverse layup off the rim, just hanging on the edge, falls down, and rebound pulled by the Falcons. McKenzie on the cut. She was knocked down as her and Destiny Paquin went flying. And Mitchell will take it again once into the front court. Mitchell kicks out Bell. Rousseau on the handoff. Mitchell, Bell in the corner, 8 on the shot clock. Down low for Paquin, lost the handle. Bell on the kick out, lines up a triple off the back rim. Harrison fighting for the rebound. And last touch off of Falcons, going to say NC basketball. And one thing we didn't talk about at the start of the broadcast was the missing players here for NC tonight. No Isabel St. Clair, we see with a lot of production off the bench for the Knights. And Aramon Destiny, who has been in and out of the starting lineup for the Knights. A big part of their inside game. Harrison on the turnaround, can't find it. But they've done a great job without them finding scoring. I mean, mostly from Janie Harrison, but also in other places. Asia Strawn putting in a good 6 points. Megan Louws off the bench with 4 as well.
Well, we mentioned how deep this Niagara team is. They're getting production from 9 girls who've been all fairly solid.
Great defense once again. Offensive 3 in the key as Anderson couldn't get out. And a turnover for Fanshawe. Minute 24 left. It's still a 9-point game. NC getting closer and closer to victory here. Ball management going to be key for these final stages of the fourth quarter. Mitchell into the front court. Rousseau. Bell almost had that taken away as Anderson got in the passing lane. They get it back. Rousseau driving, almost finishes over top of Anderson. And Fanshawe needing to hurry. Still a 3-possession game. Asabenabi a triple. Too strong, rebounds, pulled away. Howard couldn't get the handle. It's going to be NC ball. Smith going to check back in as well as Cicerelli.
If you're Coach McKenzie here, you're telling Mitchell and Rousseau to just slow down these last 54 seconds. Chew as much of the clock as you can. Because right now, time is the enemy of Fanshawe.
Mitchell able to drive right through the press and find Rousseau in the front court. Fanshawe needs the ball back. NC can just waste this clock away. Paquin on the kick out. Mitchell, 10 on the shot clock. Fakes the 3, driving to the hole, almost lost it. Finds Bell in the corner. Nice move. Drops it off for Mitchell. Off the front rim. Bouncing around. Paquin came off her foot. And it should be Fanshawe basketball, and it will be. So unless the Falcons can get a quick triple here, time really not on their side.
It's about 4th down and 30 here for the Falcons.
Smith with 20 seconds left. They'll find McKenzie. Blocked at the rim by Paquin, and last touch off McKenzie. What an offensive effort by D-Pac. With 4 fouls as well. An aggressive play at the rim. And rejects McKenzie, and that should do it. NC just needs to hold on to the basketball here, and they get it into the front court.
We'll see if they foul here.
Paquin turns it over as McKenzie picks up in the corner, but that's pretty much it. Shot clock off, time winding down as Harrison with a player of the game performance, 26 and 12. Will throw that one away, and NC pulls out the win by 9, 64-55. After losing the lead, it was only a 2-point game heading into the fourth quarter, and the Knights able to pull it away, outscoring Fanshawe 17-10 in the fourth.
Take a bow, Janie Harrison.
What a game for her. 26 points, 12 rebounds. Jameer Rousseau, Lexus Bell with 8 on the other side for Fanshawe. Sydney Delir leading the way with 12. Layla McKenzie with 10. And Ashlyn Anderson just missing out on the double-double. She had 8 and 11. Final thoughts, Alex.
Well, Niagara really struggled in that second and third quarters, but when crunch time came about, the best players stepped up, and that's what Janie Harrison did. The Knights will end their season, or end the 2024 calendar year on a 5-game heater and look to build off that into the new year.
So that will do it. NC will stay at the top of the West heading into the winter break. 8-1 on the season, 5-game winning streak after taking down Fanshawe here this afternoon. But we still got one more game to go. The men's slate to come in about 20 minutes time. We'll be back with you for that one momentarily. But for now, Knights win over the Falcons here at home at the Simply Financial Athletic Center in their last game before the winter break.